Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, today I'm gonna be talking about money. So I was talking about money in my last video, and I'm noticing a lot of people want to know views about money. Well, what is money? Well, to me, money is time and energy spent on humans. Well, what does that mean? Well, I feel like a lot of people in this day, we spend a lot of our time, right? We spend time to make money. Obviously, to make money. But there's another formula that you can actually use instead of using your time for money. What you can do is you can create something that'll make you money, right? But see, the thing is, this will take time. So this you have to do on your own. This is you. Yeah, you have to do this on your own. But what most people do is they work for money. They work for somebody else instead of working for themselves. And that's the part where a lot of people, they don't tend to make a lot of money because they're always on this factor. They're always working a job, you know what I mean? And that's why in schools, a lot of teachers this is why in school they don't teach you anything about money, because they don't want to make you, they don't want to make you rich. I've noticed that schools never want to make you rich. Because why? Because then that'll pretty much get rid of the educational system. Like it kind of makes sense why a lot of people don't go to college. It kind of makes sense why millionaires never went to college, because school pretty much is a lie. It doesn't really teach you how to make money. It doesn't teach you about yourself. It doesn't teach you. It teaches you about history and economics and all these other bullshit that doesn't really serve you. But this is why I'm creating my own course. This is why I'm creating, my website. This is why I'm creating what I want to do, because I'm going to make you millions of dollars, and I'm going to make myself millions of dollars. Why? Because I'm creating a system that's gonna, make you money. So right now I'm working on a project on how to make you money from different stocks to you doing your own research, right? Because I'm going to create something that's going to make you a lot of money in this world. And I've noticed that for the past 3 years, I've been noticing one factor about money is that you need to understand that if you get money at a young age and you start to act stupid with it, you will pay what you sow, okay? You will reap what you sow. And what I mean by that, well, a lot of people, when they get money, okay, I want you guys to really understand this, because I didn't understand it until right now, okay? When you have money, you need to invest this bitch. Invest it as much as you can. Invest, bro, because you know why? I don't know how to spell investing, but you need to invest this money. Why? Because, bro, most of you guys are doing this shit. Most of you guys are buying alcohol, right? Buying alcohol, doing drugs. You guys are fucking smoking weed. What do you guys do? Gambling. You guys are playing video games. You're what the fuck are these people spending their money on? You watch hella corn, and you fucking probably pay for hella prescription, right? Stop watching corn. This is what a lot of you motherfuckers do. You guys buy all these stupid types of things, right? All of these types of things that doesn't really serve you, that doesn't make you grow, and doesn't, make you money. And what a lot of people do is, most people, they save money. But in my world, and how I view the money and how I view money, saving money is just basically just wasting it, because you're not really saving money. Because what do the banks do? The banks do is every $1 you do, bro, they multiply this bitch by like 1,000 or something like that. So like if you put like $500 in your bank account, they multiply that bitch by like 50,000. So like the bank is pretty much like a glitch, you know what I'm saying? So in order for you to beat this glitch, there's different types of ways to do it, and I'm not gonna cover that in this video. But what I am gonna tell you is that how to invest this money. And there's different types of ways to invest it, but the smartest way for me is just putting in stocks, putting in crypto. Why? It may be stupid, but I mean, for right now, it's the best that I can do. I can't fucking go in real estate properties and do all that shit because I don't have a lot of money. But what I do have is a little bit of money that I can invest in crypto, right? I can invest it in stocks. I can invest it in funded accounts, right? like for me, I know what to do it. Like I know how to invest it, you know what I mean? Because I was once not doing all this shit, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't fucking, you know, I was doing drugs and I was smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I wasn't really, you know, doing anything else. But, you know, I grew out of this at a very young age, bro. I grew out of fucking doing all that stupid shit, all the stupid kid shit. I grew out of that shit when I was like 19. And when I started turning 20, I'm like, damn. Like, this is the adulthood, you know what I mean? But in order for you to make money, ladies and gentlemen, you need to have a skill. And I literally just covered about that topic yesterday on my video. So, if you want to learn about money, make sure you learn about a skill. Make sure you learn about how you should work that skill. Because let me tell you something, okay? Businesses do not fail. People do. What do I mean by this? Okay, so let's say you have a business, right? Business, okay? This is your business and this is you. Okay, so this is you. Most people say that it's the business fault that fails. It's all of this, right? They say that this doesn't work, and that, you know, your YouTube and drop shipping, it doesn't work. But see, the thing is, you don't work. You don't put in the effort. You don't put in the effort to put into your business. You don't put in all the extra hours. You don't study. You don't do this anything. So it's all your fault. So every decision, all the horrible, look, you need to have self-responsibility, okay? And the reason why you need self-responsibility in business is because you need to take full account for all the fuck-ups you do, bro. Because in this game of business, bro, every fuck-up you do, every wrong mistake, it's all your fault. You have to own all the mistakes. And a lot of people, they don't like to do that. They don't like to, you know, put the blame on themselves. They like to point on other people. But in the game of business, bro, you need to be the man. You need to be the one in control. So let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Businesses do not fail. People do. You fail. You're the one that doesn't put in the effort. You are the one that doesn't, you know, put in the extra hours, put in more hours into the grind. You are the fault. If you say all these different types of things that you are, oh, you know, all I do is read books, all I do is work out, you know, this and that, but then you're actually lazy and actually fat and don't do nothing, bro, that's your fault. That's not the business. That's not, like, because a lot of people tend to, like, this was me, okay? And I didn't like working out. I didn't like to because it was too much. What I had was excuses, bro. Excuses. I had a lot of excuses when I was, you know, trying to get fit, trying to, you know, all change my life. But, and the beautiful part about all this, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful part about this journey of business, bro, you learn so much about money. It's not even about money, bro. You learn so much about yourself, so much about people. I feel like the biggest decision that you can make, bro, is to learn about business, because business ain't just about fucking money, bro. This shit's a lifestyle, okay? And it sounds really corny, but think about it. You change as a person, you become a brand new person, because look, this is the old you, bro, and this is the new you. I'm telling you, right, bro? You need to create a new version of yourself, bro. And when in business, you create a brand new person, bro. And this person has different types of characters. And in this character, bro, like I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I dress different, I act different, and I am different, bro. Like back then, I was very stupid, okay? A lot of people knew me as a stupid kid. A lot of people knew me as a retarded kid that didn't really know anything, that couldn't read, that couldn't really, you know, just very stupid. A lot of people labeled me as a stupid kid. But now, as I'm changing my identity, now that I'm shifting my beliefs, now that I'm changing who the fuck I am, and now that, like, you know, I'm becoming a fucking man, you know? I'm not a kid anymore. Like, I'm becoming a brand new person. And in this brand new person, you learn so much along the way, bro. Because I'm telling you, the more you learn, bro, the more you learn and do, this will compound, man. And the compound interest is a very beautiful thing to understand, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, before you want to get into the world of learning about money and learning about business, make sure you build a brand new character first before you learn about money, before you learn about anything, okay? Because first you need to change your belief systems. And once you change your belief system, you will actually acquire something that is very important to you. And that is the framework. Once you have a framework about, oh shit, okay, this is how I'm gonna perceive on who I am. This is how I'm gonna, you know, maneuver my day-to-day life. This is how I'm gonna change. This is how I'm gonna become a brand new person. I got it locked in. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the more you learn, the more you do. he will skyrocket you on wherever you want to go. All right, later.